Okay, good afternoon to one and all. I welcome you all for this one-day webinar on IVIVC. I welcome you all for one-day webinar on IVIVC Biowaivers, Quality Aspects and Assurance, Bridging Science, Safety and Compliance, conducted by Sir Dr. M.S. Gosavi, College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, under the aegis of Internal Quality Assurance Cell. So I heartily welcomes expertise of session 2, Mr. Santosh Waman sir, who is currently working as site head quality at Glenmark Pharmaceutical Limited, Nalagarh, Himachal Pradesh. He is going to share his views on this topic, quality aspects and assurance. I would like to take this opportunity to introduce Mr. Santosh Waman sir. As far
Thank
as
you.
educational qualification is concerned, Sir completed his B.Pharm from Pravara College of Pharmacy, Pune University in 1993 with first class. He got FDA approval in capsule manufacturing section and in chemical and instrumentation. Sir handled different types of projects, including documentation and validation of area and equipment for manufacturing of oral solid dosage, mainly including tablet and capsule, and commercial production. He also handled, he set up a research and development as well as formulation laboratory. He got site approval for major health authority audits. As far as work experience concerned, Sir have huge experience in the field of pharmaceutical. Currently, he is working as site head quality at Glenmark Pharmaceutical Limited, Himachal Pradesh. Previous, he worked as chief manager quality at Abbott Healthcare Private Limited, Mumbai. Then, as a manager quality assurance at Sandoz Private Limited, Navi Mumbai. As quality assurance executive at USV Limited, Daman. Then, as a technical officer, technical services at Per Davis Limited, Mumbai. Then, as a quality assurance chemist at US Vitamin Limited, Mumbai. So, sir has a huge experience in the field of pharmaceutical research and development. Sir carries various responsibilities in the field of pharmaceutical industries. He has more than 31 years of experience in pharmaceutical industry where he worked in different areas like quality assurance, quality control, quality management system, validation, qualification, development, quality assurance and vendor audit. Then overall responsible for optimize various quality system, implementation of quality system in manufacturing and quality unit. He faced various international audit, including CDSCO, then state FDA audit, US FDA audit, EMEA, then WHO GMP, then PMDA, Japan, then TGA, Austria, and many more. And he is leading a team of 80 plus staff members in the field of quality assurance and quality control. He is responsible for overall quality assurance, quality control, and quality management system functions at site. Then he got an approval of site master file, validation master plan, SOPs, quality risk assessment, annual product quality review as per regulatory requirements. He also involving in evaluation and approval of change control. Then he's also involving in review of qualification and validation. He's well versed about scientific investigation tools like Ishikawa, flowcharts, process mapping, mind mapping, peeling onion, facts and assumption. So, on the behalf of Gokhale Education Society, Sir Dr. M.S. Gosavi, College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, I heartily welcomes Mr. Santosh Waman, sir, and I'm requested you, sir, to deliver on the topic quality aspects and assurance. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, sir, for your thoughts on my details experience. First of all, thank you, Pramod Katkade, sir, for giving this opportunity to present a view on the quality aspect and assurance. So, am I audible and presentable mode?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. So, we will go through the quality assurance aspect, various quality assurance aspect in the pharmaceutical field. To start the presentation, I have a detailed presentation. What are the requirements of the quality assurance personnel on various sections of the pharma field? One by one, I will go through it and discuss whenever the details required for this. So, quality aspect and assurance is the major section in the pharmaceutical field. As we know, the pharmaceutical industry is very vast industry, and in coming days, India is the major hub for the pharmaceutical productions all over the world. We are supplying major medicines to the world. Quality aspect and assurance encompass systematic approach to ensure medicine are safe, effective, and consistently meet quality standards throughout their life cycle from development to manufacturing and distribution. You can go any guidelines of like India Schedule M, then USFDA CFR Part 210211. The main concept of the medicines are it should be safe, effective, and meet its standards. So all depends on the its safety and efficacy of the product. So this document I am presenting is a comprehensive presentation on critical aspect of quality and assurance in pharmaceutical industry. So it covers various topics like regulatory frameworks, quality control processes, risk management, then GMP, various guidelines for the pharmaceutical, then quality management systems, and best practices for ensuring product integrity and safety. The presentation designed to provide insights into the importance of quality assurance in pharmaceutical and the methodologies employed to maintain high standard throughout the drug development and manufacturing processes. So, what is quality assurance and the role of quality assurance in pharmaceutical field? It is, we can say, the heart of pharmaceutical field, as to establish best practices on every from manufacturing to distribution of the medicine. We have to establish all methods for maintaining high quality standards. So best practices required, and this has been done in by quality assurance sections. Majority defining the procedures like SOPs are done by the quality assurance section. Then risk management, we have strategies to identify and mitigate potential risk. This quality assurance part is also handling the risk management throughout the product life cycle, and whenever required they are involved in the investigations of the various failures and product out of standard investigations like that. And in regulatory frameworks, quality assurance section is a major part to bound with the regulatory frameworks, and it's governing compliances and standards in pharmaceuticals. They are giving the various procedures to maintain the environment of the pharmaceutical manufacturing section, as well as all the sections of quality control, you can say warehousing, in the required state of art in the pharmaceutical industry. They also involved in the quality control processes like development, analytical method development, and safety and efficacy standards development of the products. So various roles involved of the quality assurance in various sections of the pharmaceutical field. Next, with respect to introduction of the quality assurance, importance of quality in the pharmaceutical field. There are two parts of quality, like quality assurance and quality control. Quality control involved in the testing and verifications of the various products, and quality assurance is involved in the systematic process to ensure the quality, like a development of various systems in the plant, and to give its the systems to all the stakeholders of the pharma departments, like engineering sections, R&D, quality control, then warehousing, and like such involved in the supply chain management. They have various roles, uh, quality assurance playing to build the quality in the product. So what is the objective of these quality assurance aspects and assurance in the pharma? We understand the key quality aspects in pharmaceutical. What are the key quality aspects in the pharmaceutical? Then exploring QA methodologies. What are various methodology to adopt the by quality assurance? And regulatory frameworks, that is a requirement of the regulatory in the pharmaceutical field. We have quality pharmaceutical quality analysis by SWOT analysis, like the strengths of the quality assurance. The major strengths of the quality assurance is understanding the quality aspects of the processes, formulations, and all sections in the involved in the manufacturing of the products. Then opportunities with respect to uh, regulatory compliance growth. Quality assurance majorly involved in the auditing part of the site, the involvement in the regulatory requirement. What are the requirements of the regulatory various regulatory authorities? They are involved in the implementing this in their documents, like quality manual, then standard operating procedure, various requirement in the sections. Then what are the weaknesses for the quality assurance? Is limited practical experience is the major challenge while involving or doing the all these in the field. And major threat, considering the current environment, regulatory challenges like US FDA audit, warning letters, failures of the some of the major industrial due to regulatory failures. So this is strength, weakness, threats, and opportunities with respect to quality assurance sections. Then regulatory frameworks. What are the requirements for the pharmaceutical plant? We have to go through major for the global regulatory bodies like FDA. When we call FDA, major US FDA and various countries drug administration, might be names different one, like European Medical Agency, WHO. These are the major agencies, regulatory agencies. Then importance of compliance with regulation to withstand in the market. For the all, we have to comply with the major regulatory guidelines with respect to quality, safety, efficacy, and in that major contribution is FDA, US FDA, like Code of Federal Regulation 210211 is the major guidelines for the GMP point of view. Then European Medical Agency, they have their own guideline like Orange Book. They have a detailed structure in the guideline for the distribution up to distribution level, manufacturing to distribution level, and WHO standards. WHO have various uh, guidelines including GMP as well as various guidelines for the pharmaceutical industry. They are publishing technical review sheet time by time, and these are very helpful to industry to develop their regulatory frameworks. We involve in quality for the pharmaceutical majorly testing as a part of quality assurance is developing systems in the site or plant and quality control to test as per the defined procedure as per pharmacopoeial or internal test procedure. Major difference is the quality control involved in the testing part, and quality assurance is majorly involved in the development of systems in various roles. Quality assurance is a central role in life cycle, so it involved from the initiation of development of drug to manufacturing at site, then distribution till its shelf life, that is complete pharmaceutical life cycle of the drug products. They are involved till the shelf life of the product. So whatever the product we are marketing in the commercial market, so end stability up to shelf life involved with the quality assurance section. Again, this good manufacturing practices is nothing but that we can say GXP, like that good manufacturing practices, good engineering practices, good distribution practices. All are the practices which involved in the pharmaceutical field. So they have to individual section have their own identity. Like for manufacturing practices is not job only of the production, it's all involved in this, like quality control, quality assurance, then engineering sections, all sections are involved to build these good manufacturing practices. So definition, by definition and significance, GMP is a vast subject, and various guidelines we have for these good manufacturing practices. Concerning with respect to Indian market, currently we have a revised Schedule M and implemented from the December 24. So these are major change in the pharmaceutical industry with respect to India is concerned. We have gone through comparative the European and US FDA requirement. Various sections has been added in old GMP, and this revised GMP is very helpful to grow further for this pharmaceutical industry. In this, majorly involved in documentation and control. So proper documentation, we have to maintain the documentation, and the base of document should be the guidance from the regulatory guidelines. Then the person involved in these sections, like manufacturing testing, they have suitably trained to perform their job, and regularly updating their skill is the major requirement for to remain updated with the latest technology in the testing as well as manufacturing field. GMP involved not only product, the major requirement for the clean environment surrounding the manufacturing, like maintaining various classes, ISO classes 7, 8, to manufacture the product. So maintain hygiene during manufacturing as well as the requirement of the air changes, like air involved in the manufacturing should be filtered through HEPA filter, like requirements are there in various guidelines. Then safeguarding public health. Whatever product we are manufacturing, it should be safe for the public. So various requirement, time by time regulatory updating for this health of public, considering the health of public, like latest have a nitrosamine impurities. They have given the requirement to implement the product with given standard of nitrosamine impurities. These are the updated changes in current, like the impurities like diethylene glycol, ethylene glycol in the major liquid cup syrups. They have implemented this DGEG testing for the liquid products. These are the updated requirements for the product, and regulatory agency has been updating their requirement time by time, and the pharmaceutical plants, we say, has to be adopt this by time to time to remain updated and competitive in the market. One of the aspects of the production, manufacturing, and quality assurance, the quality by design. The product quality not in final product only, it should be start from the initial phase only. That's the concept. Quality by design has been adopted, and benefit of implementing quality by design is various importance. Earlier in the phase of initial 90s, there are no documentation, major documentation with respect to R&D concerns. So there are requirements and guidance for the quality by design. So currently, whatever the product we are launching, we should have a complete design document, product details summary to launch before launching the product or commercializing the product. So in the R&D section itself, the quality of the product has been defined and maintained in that level, so that in commercial there should not be any hiccups or while manufacturing or testing of the product. So ICH guideline Q8 is giving a detailed on pharmaceutical development. So it includes the QBD requirement. If we go For the quality by design, the major objective to establish clear quality goals for the products. What are the requirements? What are the standards of my product should be there? Then design a robust process. The process, whatever defining or designing in the R&D section, shall be work in the different environment, different plant with the different machineries. That is the requirement, that robustness of the processes. Then implementation and control strategies, apply strategies to monitor and control quality at various stages of product manufacturing. And time by time, we have to check its improvement in future. So continuous improvement is required. So continuous improvement plan also there. So what a lot of the products have in market around 15-20 years old products. So concept currently has been changing the requirement of, as per current requirement, the products also go to CIP, we say the continuous improvement plan. And again we have to make a documents, required documents as per the QBD requirement for the old formulation, that we say legacy product or legacy old products. This is the quality by design QBD requirement is also part of the new product launches and quality assurance involved in these sections also. Risk management in pharmaceutical, we say quality risk management. One of the aspects of quality is the managing the risk at various level. So there is various tools to mitigate the risk, and they have like FMA, failure mode effect analysis, then HACCP like a hazard analysis and critical control points. Various requirements are there in the risk management in pharmaceuticals. And various tools also available to mitigate this risk in the process and the in manufacturing of the product. So risk management cycle in pharmaceutical, these are there are various risks like the importance of risk assessment, that is understanding the potential risk to quality. Suppose any pharmaceutical products has been gone to the revision in the monograph, so to stringent its limits, then we have to modify our formulation to mitigate this requirement of the current monograph. So various changes time by time, pharmacopoeia, in various pharmacopoeia they are updating the requirements, and this formulation we have to adopt these changes and mitigate the risk to find our formulation as per the current requirement. Then tool selection, choosing appropriate tools for risk management like FMEA, HACCP, Ishikawa. There are various tools to select and identify the risk in the systems or the formulation. And execution, like implementation after identifying the risk, how to go and avoid this, mitigate the risk is part of implementation part. Then evaluation, after implementation again the evaluation and assessing effectiveness of risk management. Whatever tools we have applied, risk we have identified, has to be assessed regularly by evaluation, and like the annual product quality review we are doing. This is nothing but the one of the risk management. Annually, what are the products we are manufactured, we are assessing at annual product quality review, and any requirement for the implementation of the current requirement or any formulation revision has to be go this has been incorporated in conclusion section of the annual product quality review. Then continuous improvement to remain, I'm saying remaining in the field of we say competition with various other say industry, other pharmaceutical industry. We have to continuously improve our quality of the product, and efficacy and safety of the product should be in line with the standard requirement. So risk management in pharmaceutical also, that is quality risk management, is major aspects of the QA. And for the detailed guidelines, we have ICH Q9 quality risk management guidance is available in the guideline. Quality control process is a major testing section. We have utilizing this section for the testing of the product, not only finished stages but initial raw material testing to packaging material testing, then in process quality assurance testing, as well as stability testing, finished product testing, and various testing at the qualification and validation stages. Quality control involved in these all the activity to test as per the defined procedure and protocol of the testing methods. During testing, they have a requirement of the each test shall be validated. All methods shall be validated prior to going for the commercial production of the product. The test methods shall be validated, like analytical method validation, various requirements of the AMV has to be adopted, and test methods shall be validated prior to usage into commercial requirement. So testing method, we conduct test to assess the product quality and identifying defects in the test or some requirement. Then again, we validate specification, like process validation, analytical method validation, also there to validate the specification to ensure product meets its established standards. Then to improve product consistency and trustworthiness, we are reliable on the testing of the quality control, and to boost the customer trust and satisfaction, the product should be tested according to its standard specification prior to going in the market or commercial distributions. So various uh, in various sites, or we say various type, we quality control involved in the stages of manufacturing to distribution, the testing of the raw material to testing of finished product and stability testing. They are involved in the testing part. So analytical method validation is a major part of the methods. So these are involved R&D, majorly analytical method sections is taking care of the method development and transfer of this method to manufacturing site by analytical method transfer section is involved the quality assurance as well as quality control whenever transferring the method from R&D to manufacturing site. So this analytical method validation involved various stages like specificity, linearity, range, accuracy, precisions. In while adopting the method, they are the method is rugged or not. Then limit of detection, limit of quantification. These are various stages involved in the analytical method validation. So R&D along with the quality control and quality assurance are responsible to perform this activity at site as well as R&D is involved in the initial stages, and this method validation is very much important going forward for the prior to commercialization of the product, because this is lasting whatever we are testing in the formulation is as per the requirement. The method is rugged or not is very much important. So this activity is very much important in the pharmaceutical field. Then documentation and record keeping, these are the major role quality assurance play, not only the development of systems, whatever the documents has been generated from the initiation. We say if the product batch single batch is produced, for the production of this batch what is the requirement, like master formula record, batch manufacturing record, then analytical testing records, all the batch production record has been kept in the custody of quality assurance, and its retaining period has been defined by various authorities at various levels. This paper based document currently industry is going to in the form of the IT tools like eBMR, eBPR in documentation. So the retrieval archiving is very much easier in these electronic forms. So if you go for the importance of documentation, EQA, basic requirement, basic records that initial data and observation log, like we say metadata, that is whatever the raw data generated while testing, various prints of instrument, various weight prints, then the technical data sheet that like documents or protocol, then various chromatograms of the HPLC or GC that should be protected and kept as per the requirement. These are the documents, as well as process validation protocol, process validation reports, various SOPs generated during the manufacturing has to be stored properly. These are all related documents, and its record keeping. Whenever there is a audit, it should be available within a advisable, that is within 3 to 4 minutes. All documents shall be available. Whatever the auditor asking for, that should be the requirement, and records shall be kept like that. So comprehensive documentation to complete documentation for all QA processes. QA is involved maintaining the document not only for the batch production record but also the qualification of equipment till its retirement or retirement of the equipments. Then product history documents, various manufacturing analytical documents has been generated during manufacturing has to be stored properly. So quality QA is involved in the documentation and record keeping. To do all this activity, training and competence is a major role. So every person's entering in the pharma field in manufacturing plants, so he or she should be properly trained, and its competence has been tested by various tools like the examinations. And wherever these persons are involved, they should be trained on this activity. Like we have a certification of analyst prior to involved in the testing of the materials. So individual test he has performing, we have to certify his competency. And various training during time to time, that any change in process has to be communicated all involved personnel, and his training record has to be kept updated. Competency of this person has to be tested at a regular interval by examination or by certifications. So continuous improvement is necessary in this field also. The training program, actually we have a training schedule, annually prepared training schedule from the person involved in manufacturing testing to managers and involved to take decisions also go through the training schedules, as and their competence has been tested by way of examinations. This is also one of the part of the quality assurance to keep the peoples updated. Supplier quality management is again various role. Supplier quality management involved in the procurement of raw material, packaging material, to equipment, procurement of equipment, then up to distribution of the product to the market. So quality assurance involved in this supplier quality management through auditing of the vendors and suppliers by various means. Separate sections has been available at various plants or industry to maintain the audit of the vendors, from raw material, packaging material to distribution section. So where this product has been stored prior to distribution in the market. So this also one of the key requirement to maintain supplier quality and its management. If we go through the quality assurance, where are the lot of systems has been maintained. One of the systems of the quality management is the change control systems. So the change control systems goes through various levels, from initially defining the change control to identifying change, then evaluation of the change control. Evaluation includes the impact assessment of the change to various systems, say product, then systems involved in these change, then approval of the change by quality, finally quality and all the section involved in this change, and implementation of the change is one of the point where this change has been implemented, and documenting this change, and at a regular interval reviewing this change is very much important. So change control systems is one of the aspects of the quality assurance, and one of the systems to improve the quality. Another systems we say deviation management systems. Any deviation has been reported in the systems has go through various documentation, and its documentation handling is very much important to avoid these deviation in future aspects. So to avoid this one, we have to investigate up to finding its root causes of deviation, and corrective and preventive actions has been taken to avoid these deviations. So there are a lot of type of deviation. So inadequate procedure, lack of standardization, and process inefficiencies in with respect to documentation and procedure part. Then human errors, lot of human errors are identified during the manufacturing, communication gap, insufficient training. These are the some of the root causes for the human errors. In material quality, supplier variability, then inspection failures of the vendors. These are some of the reasons for the failures of the materials. Then equipment malfunctioning, equipment failures that involve the routine maintenance issues, calibrations errors. These major man, material, and machines, whatever required in the major production of medicines, and these are the causes, some of the causes to have a deviations. We have to have the proper procedure of investigation and finding root cause, and corrective and preventive action is the major role of the quality assurance. Then another system is a CAPA, that is corrective and preventive actions. Any failures or changes, significant changes in these systems suddenly happen, we have to track these changes, and appropriate corrective and preventive actions has to be taken on timely manner to avoid major failure in the future, like market complaint, repetitive market complaint, then product failure, repetitive product failure. So we have to define various steps during the CAPA procedure. So process, identifying issues, implementing actions, and process steps. So any corrective, any failures observed in the process has to be amended through the CAPA process. Same like training, documentation, and regulatory compliance. Any observation in the regulatory observations has to be performed a root cause, and comprehensive CAPA actions shall be given to avoid these repetitive observations. Is the major requirement of a regulatory also. Comprehensive CAPA shall be given to avoid these failures. Next is internal audits. We are performing like vendor audit, external audits, but maintaining systems in own plant, own area is a requirement of quality, and updating its internal plant is also necessary. So one of the system to maintain update, remain in updated condition is internal audit. So quality assurance involved in this to maintain the annual plan of the internal audit, then execute the internal audit. Auditors shall be involved, have a sufficient amount of experience, training, and they have a ability to find out the observations in critical areas. there may be a subject matter expert involved in this particular system. Suppose we have to conduct the audit of computer systems, so IT persons involved in this as a subject matter expert, like that individual sections have a individual persons having knowledge in detailed knowledge in this subject. So these internal auditing systems also very much important, and it develop internally, and we are confident enough to remain in updated status, that in all time readiness status in the manufacturing facility. Quality metrics is the indicators. These are the indicators of the health of the plant, measured by various ways of uh, quality. Then these are the key performance indicators for the quality. So number of number of complaints in the annual year, or the quarterly we are targeting. Then how much complaint are repetitive in natures. There shall be proper CAPA available to avoid the complaints. Then the productivity, yield, batch failures, batch recalls, various aspects are involved in these quality metrics. The turnaround time, testing intervals, and all key quality index or key performance indicators are involved to maintain the health of quality in the industry. These are so important for the quality point of view. Continuous improvement is the must for the any systems or any plant. So there are continuously improvement in the regulatory guideline section, so we have to adopt this guideline and remain updated. So this, to remain update, concept of continuous improvement in quality assurance is involved, and the tools are involved, like we have to PDCA, like plan, do, check, and act. Act is execution. Then Six Sigma is one of the tool to remain in continuous improvement process. Product lifecycle management is also key factor to remain competitive in the market. This product lifecycle, from the initiation of the product, from the R&D till the distribution of the product in the market, up to the shelf life. Also beyond the shelf life, any complaints we have received, we have to investigate the complaint. So this is requirement of quality assurance to remain and maintain the product life cycle. So maintaining life cycle, we have to have a testing of the products at various stages of the during the stability. We have stability testing to check the product is stable at various intervals, for like as per the ICH guidelines, testing the products validation batches, as well as annually a representative batch has been tested for the stability, to check the all cycle of the seasonal variation or market temperature or humidity at a different location has to be considering consideration has been taken, and tested at various intervals at various storage conditions, to remain the product stable till its shelf life, and wherever possible beyond its shelf life. There are quality failures, and we have analysis of quality failure in pharmaceutical. What are the reasons of the quality failures and what lessons we have taken? So, like Ishikawa diagram, we have fishbone diagram to identify the reason for the failures of the quality. So, one of the quality failure in process inefficiencies, like lack of standard operating procedure, proper standard operating procedure, then inadequate process controls. There are chances to failures and in process. Then second is material quality, substandard raw material or material is not meeting its standards. Then supplier quality issues, failure of suppliers is the challenge to remain the product in failure stage. Third one is the regulatory compliances, non-adherence to the guidelines, and incomplete documentation is nothing but the failure from the quality or guidance of the regulatory, and human errors that lie insufficient training, ignorance, negligence of the persons. These are the some of the cases where the quality is failure has been observed at industrial level. So some of the reasons of quality failures are process, material, then regulatory non-compliance and human errors. What are the various technology or current requirement for the updating the quality assurance? Various softwares are available now for the upgrade the technology in to enhance the quality assurance function. Like software for training has been available on electronic batch record are available to minimize the transcription errors of the humans, and automated systems available. Data has been managed by the softwares, so and available at the record times. Artificial intelligence also involved in this section to maintain the quality in the sections. So whatever the current review time required for these reviewing of the documents. So currently there are some tools available as artificial intelligence. They are reducing the time of reviewing time and meet the requirements at early stages. So various software IT industry also involved in this pharmaceutical field to upgrade the technology in quality assurance. One of the critical and part of the running the pharmaceutical plant is to remain in the guidance given by the regulatory authority, various regulatory authority. As far as India is concerned, we are bound to Drug and Cosmetic Act and the requirements of Schedule M for the good manufacturing practices. And same like for the USFDA CFR 210211 available for the required, like WHO GMP guidance available, and various countries their own individual guidelines are available. So for the exporting these countries, their own authority has inspecting this site, and we have to remain as per their requirement and guidance. Major, when we go to regulatory inspection, understanding the inspection requirement is the major part. So quality assurance majorly involved in preparation of the inspection requirement till these compliances up to acceptable level of authority. So understanding the inspection, which country, which requirement, which site has to be audited. Then prepare documentation according to some of the countries require different document other than, suppose we are marketing for the PICS countries, their requirement slightly different than our Indian authority requirement. So these documents, some document required as per their requirement has to be maintained. Then to conduct internal audit as a plan to remain all-time readiness, we have to conduct internal audit at a regular interval, and risk-based audit, like suppose particular section, major section are there like production, the frequency of internal audit has to be revised. Then training of staff, those persons involved in the testing, manufacturing, and supporting to the functions has to be trained properly. Then to avoid any concerns during the audit, simulate type inspection has been conducted, simulation has been done, and all-time readiness achieved by these lot of various stage taken during this auditing. As a global quality standards, when you are producing for the Indian market, is the requirement of Drug and Cosmetic Act. Same like for the global major US, we have to remain US FDA approved stage, and European Union like PICS requirement PICS, and WHO GMP requirement for the ROW's country. These are the guidelines, and ISO standards implementation for the safety, majorly safety point of view, is a requirement for this manufacturing plant. And this ISO standard requirement also quality involved in defining the processes and implementing this at various levels. Considering the various authority, we have a global harmonization site may have their global harmonization method. So stringent policies and procedure has been adopted at site to avoid duplicacy of the procedures. Then environmental consideration has been given during impact of the environment on product, like we are testing for stability at various different stations like 25, 60, 30 degree 75% average, like various zone, and 45 degree 75% average for accelerated stability conditions. Considering the various zone of global, that is requirement, as per their requirement, we have to keep the stability station, stability point, and product in stable conditions. So these are environmental, avoid environmental any setback from the product failures. Then patient safety and quality, considering the pharmaceutical product, is key is the patient. The patient centric, your policies procedures shall be there to avoid any failures and major setback of the closures, maybe closures of the plant. The quality shall be involved in the all the aspects of the quality. So at the end section should be a patient to all your policies and procedures should be such that the considering the patient is the center point. So role of quality to minimize the risk. So these are the cycle various involved in quality assurance, involved in the patient safety, to establish quality standards, implement QA process, monitoring the compliance, then identifying risk, mitigating risk, and review and improve whatever the risk has been identified. These are the cycle to for the avoiding the patient any unsafe conditions. Quality audits, like discussed earlier, the internal audit, external audits, and for the internal audit to maintain our own systems, and external audit like raw material, packaging material vendors, any process equipment vendors. These are the audits for external audit. Main role of quality assurance in again in supply chain management. The major product we are manufacturing a lot of the time has been stored at various locations during the process. So it is major role of quality assurance to maintain its quality during the storage. So they involve in auditing of supplier supplier wherever the store, distributor, C and F agents, then warehousing, central warehousing at various stages. And coming to the challenges in quality assurance and main strategies to overcome these challenges. Major challenges are process inefficiencies. So legacy product or old products, they have a earlier procedure considering the current scenario, and we have to upgrade these processes. Then same for the equipment also, legacy equipment has to be updated. Then human factor major involved in the major challenges, training of peoples, the incoming force of human has been trained properly, and communication barrier gaps in the communications is the major concerns. Data management and system compatibility with the data are one of the challenges, and upgradation of technology and integrates this technology to newer version, current version of the also challenges in this. Then coming to regulatory compliance is the major challenge to export the products to outside of the world. The future trends in quality assurance, the emerging trend in pharmaceutical QA is a, we can say the pharma field is very much growing in India, and the major contribution of India for the world is the pharmaceutical drugs we are procuring. So future is very bright one. So to involve upgrade this, we have to advancement in technology, data analysis and automation processes. Then QBD, quality by design, continuous implementation and innovation in practices has to be done. Then patient centric approaches, supplier partnership, stakeholder engagement, stakeholders involved in the manufacturing, all sections involved in the manufacturing is the major. Then regulatory inspection to remain in the compliance state, any changes in the regulatory has to be adopted, and these are very much bright future for this pharmaceutical field as per as India is concerned. So at concluding ends, we have gone through various quality systems like change control management, deviation management, corrective and preventive actions, then vendor management, internal, external audit, quality risk management, supply chain management. These are the various section involved in the quality is involved, and various aspects where quality is required to upgrade this in going forward for the upgrading the medicines in the industry. So again, to analysis of successful QA implementation in a pharmaceutical company, we have to clarity should be there, clear picture, then improved comprehensive facility effective decision to update on timely manner, and to avoid any weakness or threat. There should not be any weakness or none of the threats of the outside industry. To have a successful quality implementation, the strength should be the incoming, say, material, man, material, and machines shall be in updated stage. And final thoughts for the, as a closing remarks, cycle of pharmaceutical quality assurance. To maintain high quality standard, we have to implement quality control and apply measures to prevent errors. Then maintain medication integrity, safeguard the composition and efficacy of drug, and your product should have a trust, build confidence in the healthcare systems, and prioritize public health. That focus should be on patient to health and safety. So this is from my side. Thank you. And one of the quote has from the Henry Ford. This I like very much, that quality means doing it right when no one is looking. So this is very much important for the every persons who are working in the pharmaceutical or any field, you can say. That's from my end. Thank you.
So thank you very much, sir, for this nice session on quality audits and assurance. So I request participant, if you have any query, please post your questions in the chat box.
Can I stop sharing?
Yes, 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 maybe, yes,
Yes,
yes.
sir. Yes, sir.
तुमने ऐड करा
पेटीकोट ऍड करायची त्यांनी डायरेक्ट ऍड करावं लागेल मी इथं.
summarize the
So thank you very much, sir. There is no question from the audience. Thank you very much, sir, for this nice session on the topic quality aspects and assurance. I, Dr. Vishal B. Zadav, take an opportunity to conclude your session here, sir. Sir, you mainly focus on various aspects of quality assurance in pharmaceutical industries, including good manufacturing practice framework, then risk management in the field of pharmaceutical, then various aspects related to quality control processes, then validation of analytical methods in quality control, documentation and record keeping, then about training and competence to enhance quality assurance, quality management regarding supply chain, then about change control, deviation management, about that CAPA, that is corrective and preventive actions, and importance of internal audit in maintaining quality assurance, then about different types of quality matrices, then product lifestyle management, various kinds of quality case studies related to quality failures, then different regulatory inspections which are governed by the national bodies as well as international bodies, then about the patient safety and challenges in quality assurance, and no doubt about the future trends in the field of quality assurance. So it was very nice session and nice presentation, sir. So on the behalf of Gokhale Jun Societies, Sir Dr. M.S. Gosavi, College of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, and Internal Quality Assurance Sale of MSG Copper, I'm here to give you a token of appreciation, a certificate of appreciation. So I request sir to kindly accept our appreciation certificate.
Thank you very much. And thank you from my side for giving this opportunity to present the industrial experience to the audience. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Sir, thank you very much for addressing the delegates. Yes, sir. So I hereby conclude that the session is over. Sir, you are free to leave now. Yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you once
Thank you
again.
very much, sir. Yes.